Hello world and welcome to another episode of Bar. Do you need to track devices, packages, trucks, people, customers, something? Do you want to track them in real time? And not to worry about scale, how many devices you have or customers are using your service? If that's the case, maybe you want to continue watching this video. Creating software that is able to track devices, let's call devices anything you want to track, in real time can be costly. It costs a lot of time to build that type of software. It's hard to scale. Security and privacy is a very important concern because those devices can be very sensitive for your customers. They can be their mobile phone, or there can be their car, or something that shows where they are located. So you really need to care about privacy. What if I told you that there is a service that can help you with the tracking of these devices? That can track devices in real time without really worrying about scale, and with the AWS concern about security and privacy in mind, so you know your customer data is safe. This service is called the Amazon Location Service, and I talked about it in a couple of videos back when I show you how to create an application that can display a map and you can search on it. So that was a very simple web application that we were using Amplify, and we were basically just showing a map. In this video, I want to start from there, from a very simple application that shows a map, and add one more layer to it: the ability to display the tracking information of your customers, devices, or whatever you're tracking. So first, let's go to the console and see how you can add trackers into your application, and then let's go and see how we can do the website for displaying this real-time application and how everything works. So let's go to the console. So we are starting our journey in the location services where we stopped in this video. I recommend you to go and check it out, because there I share what is the location services, and I also talk on how to create the map and all those things. So now we want to go and create a new tracker. So a tracker is a resource that you can connect devices to, and that tracker can receive location information. So you can have one tracker and as many devices as you need. So when we create a new tracker, the only thing you need to define is the name for the tracker, and that's kind of it. Then you will be able to query for the position of the history of the different devices that are in the tracker, and you can see what all the information of each of the devices that have shared with the tracker. And later on, we will be seeing how the tracker can be connected to a geofencing to alert you on something, but that's for next video. So we created the tracker, we just put a name, and then we need to go and edit our IAM policy. So in the previous video, I was using an authenticated role to access this application, so to show the map and to do the search. In this one, I will be doing exactly the same, but instead of using an authenticated guest, I will be doing it on an authenticated guest, because tracking cannot be accessed without being logged in. So that's something you need to have in mind. If you want to display the history of a device from this tracker SDK, you will need to have a user that is logged in with Amplify. So edit the policy of the authenticated role, and you can find the policy of the authenticated role the same way that you find the policy of the unauthenticated role in that video. I will show you the policies that you need to add here, so they're free. In the previous episode, I just give you a star, and I told you you can do anything on the geo category. Now I want to be more conscious on security, and I will give you 3 policies. The first one is the one to access the map. That is this one, and you can just basically get it and put your account number and your map name. The second one is to be able to access the index, the search index, and the third one is to be able to access the tracker. So these are the 3 policies that you need in your authenticated application in order to do this. So now what we want to do in our website, we need to be logged in. And then I want to add a button that says track. So whenever I click that button, it starts showing me the real-time information of our device. We could do it basically when it's load, but it's just too much. So I just added this button so it enables it in that moment. So in order to do that, we can go to the code and we can add a couple of things into our application. The code, as always, is available in GitHub, so you can check the description box of this video where the code is. The first thing we need to do is to define the constants on the top of the application.js. Again, we are working on one application.js file. I don't want to use components, it's too much work. But if you're doing this for production, maybe you need to have different components and different modules for all these things. But for now, we have all the constants on the top where you can change them to the one that are from your application. And you can see that there is the tracker name and the device ID. The tracker name is the one that we just created. The device ID, this could even be a text box in your website where you can put the tracking number or something like that, or the name of the device. Here I just given one device ID arbitrarily from the website. This is just for demo purpose. In your case, you might have a lot of devices, so you might want to make this editable.